Hello, future developers. Welcome to another tutorial. It's ABCD. So today we'll be doing Pandas data frame. So our project will be centered on the Pandas data frame. Okay, so Pandas data frame, okay, is a two-dimensional label data structure and consists of rows and columns. Okay, so each column in Pandas data frame is a Pandas series. Remember, in our previous lesson, we learned Pandas series. Okay, we learned to work on Pandas series or to create Pandas series. Yeah, data. Okay, so here you can see, so the vertical, the vertical ones are the columns, and then this here, so the horizontal are the rows. Okay, so vertical are the columns, then horizontal are the rows. Okay, so this is what pandas data frame is made of. And then you can create pandas frame using from CSV, that's comma separated values, okay, or from dictionary. Okay, so today we'll learn to use that of a dictionary. Okay, then from the CSV, when we actually start working on real data, that's when we'll learn to use that of the CSV. So for today, we'll be learning to use create a pandas data frame from a dictionary. Okay, so if you see here, I created a variable m, and then created a pandas data frame. Okay, so in the brackets, it's a dictionary, and then the dictionary. Okay, so if you know of dictionary, that's a data story type in Python. Okay, so we have set, list, and then tuple and the likes. Okay, but this is a dictionary because we have a key and then int value. Okay, so key pair values. Okay, so this is another key, that's food, and then int values, another key, and then int values. Okay, so remember, the key for a dictionary, you have the key separated with a colon and then the value. Okay, so that said, here is a dictionary that has been converted to a pandas data frame, and then this is the output. Okay, so that said, let's create a dictionary. Okay, and then convert it to a pandas data frame. So let's create a variable j equals, and then I'm going to do pd dot data frame. So the d is caps, the rest are small, and then the frame f is caps, data frame, and then rounded brackets, and then I'm going to use curly brackets. Okay, so the curly brackets are suggest to pandas or Python that you are creating what, a dictionary. Okay, so in our dictionary, I'm going to call my column, one of my columns, I'm going to give it let's say, shall I use food? Let's say food. Sorry, it's a string, so let me use food. Okay, and then out of the string, I'm going to put a colon, and then I'm going to make a list of food. Okay, so to make a list, you use a square bracket, and then with the food, I'm going to create a string of to store names of food. So food, let's say we have wache, it's a Ghanaian food, popular food, wache. I'm going to separate it with a comma, and then another string, I'm going to call it let's say jollof, one popular food too in Ghana. We like competing with Nigeria, so Ghanaian jollof and then Nigerian jollof. Okay, so and then another food, so our last food, I'm going to call it banku. This is a heavy food. Okay, very heavy food, very starchy. Okay, I don't know if starchy is a word. Okay, so I'm going to separate with a comma. So out of the square bracket, I'll separate with a comma because I'm going to create another um, column. That's another dictionary. Sorry, another key and then int value. So this time around, I'm going to call it, um, let's say food. Let's say, shall I use, let's do age, and then colon. Okay, so colon. Why am I using age? Is that maybe, let's say at a particular age you are supposed to eat wache, jollof, and banku. So age, let's say 10 years. It's a number, so just 10, no string, 10, 20, and then comma 40. Okay, then comma. I'm going to create another key and then int value. So this time I'm going to use a string. So let's say, so my key is going to be called um, taste, taste. Okay, so taste, then colon, and then square brackets. Then I'm going to make a list. So let's use sweet. Okay, sweet, then comma, another string. I'll call it tasty, and then another one. The last one I'm going to call it. I'm going to name, let's say, delicious. Delicious. Okay, so this is not an actual data. This is just a dummy data. Okay, so okay, so that said, I'm just going to print it out. So J, and when I run it, I should get this. So you can see I have my food, my age, and then my taste. Okay, if I should let me see, I did something and I got something different. So if I put a comma and I run it, so I played a comma here and then it gave me something. It didn't give me this look. You can see this look is far more better. Okay, so I'm just going to take this comma out and when I run it. So in case you come across maybe you make an error and then you want to rectify, maybe remember there's a comma, maybe a comma was somewhere or something was somewhere out of the bracket, which is why you got that result that we just worked on. So I cleared it out and then I have my data frame now. So this is my data frame. I have my food as a column. That's the column header. So the key, the age to the key, and then the text to is the key, and then they all have their values. Okay, so in their columns, and there's been indexed from 0, 1, and then 2. Okay, so this pandas data frame. Let's see what else we can do. So we have m.shape. So m.shape is going to tell us the shape of our data. So let me use that. If you use the shape method, so if I use j, where's my variable? My variable is j. So j dot shape. When I run it, okay, it's going to give me what, 3 by 3. So 3 by 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 columns and then 3 rows. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3 columns and then 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is why we have. So that's if you use the shape. Okay, and then we have values. So m dot values. Okay, so here this value was this variable is m, and then it's that's why we're using m. Okay, so for we use j or whichever value variable name you use. Okay, so what you have to do is j dot value. So this is going to print out the values in our data frame. So you have wachi. So these are the values. Okay, sweet, tasty, delicious, banku, 10, 20, 40. Okay, let's create another cell and then let's see what else we can do. So we have m dot columns, m dot columns. So we want to get the values of our columns. So j dot columns, column. Then let's run it. So you see here food, age, tasty. Sorry, taste. Okay, as you can see here, food, age, and then taste. Okay. Okay, so we have something we call d type. So d types is just data type. So we want to find the data type of our data that's stored in our data frame. So I'm just going to do, where's my, so j, okay, create another cell and then I'm going to do j dot d types. Where is it? J dot d types. Okay, when I run it, okay, you can see the food is an object, the age is an int, okay, it's an integer, the taste is an object, then the type objects. Okay, so that's something small about pandas data type, sorry, pandas data frame. Okay, so thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial.